is I go to wordtracker.com and I type in my keyword or a keyword that I'd like to look for. While it's loading the keywords, I go to this little eye signal and I deselect PPC comp and CPC, and I select KEI and intent. Those are the two metrics that I like using the most. While that's happening, it's running in the background and it tells me that the word increase has 49,500 different people, unique people searching for that keyword each month. So that's pretty good. The KEI is the keyword effectiveness index. It goes up when the keyword's popularity increases, but it goes down when there's a lot of competition. So 76 seems like a decent number. And intent is their calculation of how commercial the keyword is considered. So it's not really considered commercial. That means that there aren't a lot of companies and people who are paying money to use that keyword. So once I find a keyword, then I will save it to a list. And my workflow list is right here. I'll add it to the selected list. And in the list view, if I go up here, I can look at my lists. And for my workflow list, I have two keywords I want to work with: establish and increase. Establish has very low intent and the competition is low, keywords high. In Anchor and text, it's found 15,000 times as opposed to increase, which is found 385 times. And the volume is pretty high on both of those. So what that means is that these are pretty decent keywords that I'm going to try to use in my post in some way. Then I will next go over to Write Better Headlines called Headline Analyzer. It's a free program by CoSchedule. And I'll type in a keyword, possibility, and I'll analyze it. And that one actually gets a 72. So Keyword Analyzer helps to make sure that you have common words, uncommon words, which I don't have any in this one, emotional words, and power words. So it looks like increase is a power word. And then I can scroll down here and find out that my headline is the right length and it has the right number of characters. And this is kind of how people glance at keywords, how to establish increase writing productivity. So when people are speed reading, they look at the first three and the last three words. And it's a neutral sentiment, but it's not bad. And then it gives you a little screenshot of how it would look in Google, and you could share that on Twitter if you wanted to. So once I have my headline, I'll copy it and paste it to a Word document, and then I'll put a memory jogger down. Do a video that shows my workflow. That's what I'm doing right now. I'll also write down SEO keywords that I want to use, and that would be increase and establish. So as I write my post, I want to remember to use those words throughout the post in natural ways. I don't want to torment my writing in order to fit those, but I do want to use words that are synonymous with those and also make it appear natural. So once I do that, I sit down and write. And here we have the entire post. And so I will select all, copy it, and then I go to Firefox, which is the one I prefer working in. And I'm going to just paste the entire Word document right here. Then I go back up and I'm going to put the title in its proper place. And next I will change this over here to shortcode, and then I'll put in my snippet. And the reason that I use this shortcode where it says small is so that it shows up in smaller text at the top of the post, but Google and other SEO engines or search engines are going to snag the words establish and increase right here at the top of my snippet. The snippet is the only place where I use active or passive voice. So I'll use the word is or was or were up here in the snippet. So let me think of a good snippet. Then I end the code with a little backslash and the word small again. I copy and paste, copy that, and then I scroll down to the bottom where we have the Yoast. I happen to have Yoast Premium, but Yoast regular, the free Yoast, you can do the same thing. So I'm going to type in my keyword and then click on Edit Snippet, and that takes me to the metadata description. And you notice when I copied it, I didn't copy the little bit of code there. And then I'm going to add some hashtags. Since this information is for bloggers, I'll add blogger. Just come up with as many as I can think of. And once I do that, I'll copy it because I'm going to use it in just another second. I can also, with the Yoast SEO Premium, I can add another keyword. And all that does is it doesn't actually add a keyword. The keyword is already in there. It just does the SEO check for 2 keywords instead of 1. So my other one will be established. And then the next thing I do is I'm going to go over to a program called Relay That, and I'll put a link in the web page as well to my affiliate for Relay That, as well as my affiliate link for Word Tracker. And this is kind of my assets page. I'll go to images, and I've got stock photos that I can choose from and use for free. And a lot of times I'll just type in my keyword to see what I get. So let's see if any of these, always room to grow, that's kind of cute. So I'll pull that over there kind of as a minor one. I used that one yesterday, so I don't want to use that one today. This is a decent one, and that's kind of interesting. And then let's see what we have for establish. No results. So another, since this is all about blogging, I'll try blog growth. And these are the different things that represent growth. Kind of scroll down through them. Kind of like this one, so I'll put that one there. And then these are the graphics from my last post that I did. So I will change it. My first one that I do, I usually just stick to my headline, how to establish workflow and increase productivity. So I can just cut and paste that over here. And with this particular program, I can change the font by putting those little symbols around the word, and that kind of makes them pop. So how to establish workflow and increase writing productivity. And then I go over to my layouts, choose social. I do a wide post, and I usually do this one first. and click on the blog post. This has the right dimensions all set up, and I'm ready to download it. Then I can click on, I'm going to use this same how to establish workflow and increase writing productivity for a Pinterest pin, but I like, scroll down until I find it. I've been using this layout for my Pinterest pins, just to kind of brand them. So that one is now ready to download. It's as simple as that. And while I wait for that to download, I'll come back over to Workspace Assets, and I'm going to change this first picture because that picture is the first one that's pulled in, and I kind of like this one. Represents growth. Then I'll go back up to Layouts, click on Wide Posts, and I've been choosing this one here. Let's see, should we write that in there? Okay, sometimes you have to mess around with how it looks in the background. And this one here, because it is going to go in a different spot, kind of at the top right between my snippet and my first headline, I'm going to change it to something else. So I'll try and so this one here, I'm asking a question and giving an example, a sample solution to the problem. I'll download that one. So you notice the first one was kind of a how-to question, and then this one here is a tired of wasting time. So it's a slightly different kind of question. Then I'll go back to my Pinterest pins, and probably a better picture for that would be of some like a clock or something. So I'll go back here and I'll do timer, and kind of like this one. So I'll just drag it in. We can kind of manipulate what gets seen. Go. And I'm going to leave the same question there. Download that one. And then because of Pinterest and its new fresh content and algorithms, I don't actually understand it completely, but because of that, it's a good idea to have several pins all at once, and it does not hurt to do a timer, maybe an old, kind of like that one. So I'll drag that one over, and this time I'm going to ask a different question. So change this up once again. Oh, I just realized I said tired of washing time instead of wasting.